Hello, Edge Church. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but I'm in Rwanda right now, and I am having the most e- amazing experience ever. I'm here with the Light to the Nations, and I'm trying to prepare for a gospel crusade here in Rwanda. We originally wanted to do it in the capital, in Kigali, but we realized soon that we have a gentleman who we've been talking to. He's from here in Rwanda, and he says, um, I think that the place that I live would be a great location for a crusade, and so we are going off to his hometown. We will be having our crusade in Kayonza, and this is a much more rural part of Rwanda. But can I just tell you that these people are passionately in love with Jesus. And so Augustine and I, all day long, were running around doing all the preparations for the crusade, which is actually going to be in July. But then at nighttime, we go off to this church called Revelation Church, and we've been doing a conference there. And every single night, people have been gathering from all over the place, and some really amazing things have been happening. The first night that I got a chance to teach for this conference, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was told not to preach like a white guy. I was told to preach like a Rwandan, and I think that just means to make a lot of noise and not be boring. But but I started to preach, and then after the the sermon was done, I just asked if there was anybody that needed prayer, and no one moved. No one even budged towards the stage. And I was getting a little nervous, but I just kept, my eyes closed and kept worshiping God. The music here is unbelievable. And then somebody came up and they had a stomach ulcer, and we just began to pray. And Augustine was translating for me, and I prayed as hard as I could and with as much faith as God has given me, and bam, all of a sudden her hands went up in the air and she started shouting and going crazy, and she said that she was healed. And I think that moment might have changed my life, because from that part of the evening on, there was just a line basically to the back of the church, and we just kept praying for people and praying and praying and praying, and everyone that we prayed for got healed, and it's just been an amazing experience. Since then, I want to tell my favorite story, and then I'll let the night continue there at the edge. I'm jealous. I wish I could be with you guys. But we went to go visit Augustine's dad in the hospital. He got in a motorcycle accident, and he was pretty banged up. He landed on his head in a way where there was a huge gash, and it did not look good. His speech was slurred from the injury to the brain. He was having trouble breathing. He had pain in his sides and in his legs and pretty much everywhere. Um, so I just sat down in the bed next to him and asked him to sit up, and you could tell he was in a lot of pain just as we moved him to a sitting up position, and I just asked him to motion to where it hurt, and we started to pray and pray and pray, and after we got done, I said, "So how do you feel?" And he's like, "I feel a little better." In Kinyarwanda, which is the language that they mainly speak here. So I just wasn't satisfied with that. I don't know. I just felt like God had brought us there for something bigger and something better. And while I'm praying, the place that we're in, it's kind of like it doesn't really look like a hospital. It looks like a camp bunk type scenario. There's cement separators in between all of the beds, and all around us are just kids with bandages on their face and on their legs, and some of them are just hobbling around using just plain old sticks as crutches, and it's pretty rustic, pretty rural Africa, and so they're completely huddled around us, looking intently at everything that we're doing, and so we just pray again, and we pray a little bolder this time, and as soon as I get done, I say, "So how you feel?" He's like, "I feel a little bit better." And so I asked him to stand up, and he stands up, and um, the amazing thing is he starts to kind of move around and starts to experience the fact that he doesn't have a whole lot of pain, and then all of a sudden he realizes that he doesn't have any pain, and then everyone in the hospital room started going nuts. I mean, people were just laughing and giggling. We made so much noise that the hospital orderly came in just to check and see what was going on, and he promptly thanked me for coming, but said that visiting hours were over and we needed to head on out. So I just prayed for everybody really quick and just said, "Hey, Jesus Christ is the most powerful God there is, and He wants to do miracles today. So if you want, I'm just going to pray for you. Just bow your head or lift your hands or just reach out to God somehow." And I just prayed for everybody and left. It was the most joyful hospital room I've ever been in, and that is another moment I definitely will not forget. So that just a couple of stories for you guys. I can't wait to come back and tell you more. But thank you for praying. All your prayers are being answered, and wow, God bless. Take care. Have a great night. See ya.